Hello, Manchester United fans. Welcome back to the Old Trafford Breaking. Today we've got the lastest updates of your Beverley club Manchester United. But before we dive in, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a moment of Manchester United news. Let's dive in. Manchester United should now push to sign Carlos Baleba. Despite transfer blow, Manchester United's summer transfer window has been filled with twists, frustrations, and moments of optimism. After several big moves across Europe, one storyline that continues to linger around Old Trafford is the future of Carlos Baleba. The Brighton and Hove Albion midfielder has quickly established himself as one of the most promising young talents in the Premier League, and despite a recent transfer blow that cast doubt on United's pursuit, it is becoming clearer that Erik ten Hag's side should do everything possible to bring him to Manchester. Baleba, just 20 years old, has already shown maturity beyond his age in Brighton's midfield. His energy, athleticism, and technical quality have made him a standout player in Roberto De Zerbi's system. His ability to cover ground, win duels, and progress the ball makes him an archetype of the modern box-to-box midfielder. For United, who are desperately in need of balance and dynamism in the centre of the park, Baleba represents both a short-term solution and a long-term investment. The state of Manchester United's midfield. Manchester United's midfield has been a recurring issue over the last few seasons. While Casemiro brought much-needed stability after his arrival from Real Madrid, the Brazilian has struggled at times with fitness and consistency, particularly when left exposed without the right support around him. Christian Eriksen provides creativity, but lacks the defensive presence to dominate physically against top opponents. Meanwhile, Scott McTominay, though valuable for his work rate and goal-scoring instincts, has been linked with an exit and is not always the answer against elite opposition. Sofyan Amrabat's arrival on loan last season offered glimpses of improvement, but United still lack a young, athletic, ball-winning midfielder who can also distribute effectively under pressure. This is exactly the profile Carlos Baleba fits into. His emergence in the Premier League has drawn comparisons to the likes of Yves Bissouma and Moises Caicedo, two players Brighton successfully developed before selling for huge profits. Why Baleba is the right fit? Baleba's strengths align perfectly with United's needs. He thrives in transitional phases of play, something that has become vital in the Premier League. United often get caught out in transitions, especially when facing teams that can bypass their press with quick passes. Baleba's defensive awareness and tackling ability would give United a shield in these scenarios, while his composure on the ball ensures he doesn't just win possession, but uses it effectively. Another key aspect is his age. At 20, Baleba has room to grow under the right coaching environment. Erik ten Hag has shown he can develop young players, with examples like Alejandro Garnacho and Kobbie Mainoo already proving that youth can flourish at Old Trafford. Baleba could become part of a new midfield core alongside Mainoo, potentially giving United one of the most exciting and dynamic young partnerships in England. The transfer blow reports indicate that United suffered a setback in their pursuit of Baleba, with Brighton reluctant to let another midfield star leave so soon after cashing in on Caicedo and Alexis McAllister. Additionally, Brighton are in a strong negotiating position given Baleba's long-term contract and the lack of a pressing need to sell. The Seagulls have built a reputation for being tough negotiators, and United would likely need to pay a significant fee to tempt them into selling. While this is seen as a transfer blow, it should not deter United. History has shown that the club has too often walked away from deals only to regret it later, as seen with players like Jude Bellingham and Declan Rice, who were once linked but never signed. If United are serious about competing with Europe's elite, they cannot afford to miss out on another generational midfield talent. Strategic importance of signing Baleba. For Manchester United, signing Baleba would not just be about filling a gap. It would be about making a statement. The club has often been criticised for short-term fixes, but this move would represent a long-term plan. With Garnacho and Mainoo already establishing themselves as future stars, adding Baleba to the mix would set the foundation for a dominant midfield for years to come. Moreover, United's rivals have been aggressive in strengthening their squads. Arsenal added Declan Rice to their midfield, Manchester City continue to refresh their squad with precision, and Liverpool rebuilt their entire midfield in one transfer window.